What's up, good people? It's your girl Cece here, live in your face on this beautiful Saturday morning on no other than the one and only Diversity Podcast. Y'all know what we're about, creating a family, a bond through conversation, through love. Just to keep it short and simple, before I go ahead and get into who my guest is for today, I have a couple of announcements. First and foremost, we've added a member to our family. We now have a new co-host, Mr. Trayvon, or Vito.rone, I'm sorry. I use his government name, but Vito.rone. And ultimately, he'll just be helping us out, understanding the logistics of everything behind the scenes in front of the camera. And so go ahead and make sure y'all like, subscribe, all that good stuff to all his platforms. We'll go ahead and put that here throughout the show. Be listening to a lot of his music. So putting you guys on to live in action albums that are dropping back to back by this guy. So also I wanted to, before I introduce my guest, go ahead and shout out our Black owned business for the week, and that's going to be Jory JoJo. So I had to think about how she spells her name on her social media accounts. So Jory, she's actually done both of our hairstyles for today. We looking good, feeling great. Has her own oils that she creates from scratch. I've also purchased some of her energy beads. I know that's probably not the right term for them. I actually took a picture to tell y'all what these bracelets mean. Give me a second. So first and foremost, one of them, okay, this one right here. I know y'all can't see it. Can you see it? Just take a look. Take a look. So, one is for bringing motivation and drive to your life when you need it most, helps you focus on particular tasks, increasing your willpower and mental discipline. And then Tiger's Eye, which is actually my favorite, promotes trust and common sense. I don't have much of that. I'm a book smart type of person, so shut up. Anyways, so it slows your energy down. I'm a high-paced, fast energy kind of person, so anyway I can calm my nerves down. I was gonna say something, but no, yeah. So I just keep this energy around, aids intuition, encourage, and builds confidence. So all of those things collectively, just make sure you have positive vibes and energy going around you guys. So make sure to follow her. I don't know, our engineer will put that up later. Following Jory JoJo. Loving My Locks is really her brand, and she's teaching people. She's having these conversations with people about how to embrace your natural hair. We'll actually have her here in a few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. There it is, good people. Loving My Locks. We inspire you to care about your hair. So going on to our next important task for the day is introducing our guest, a true family member, my family member. I don't know if we kind of look alike. We are, you can see it, 10 years apart. We're 10 years apart. Yeah. My brother Gary, you can say your whole government name, Gary? No,
you can just say Gary.
Okay, Gary Jr., because there's two of them. I'm just saying.
Cool. Yeah, that's
so cool. Gary, my brother, this man is amazing. He's taught me a lot of life lessons throughout my time being here, and he's also just shown me from a distance about like how to carry yourself and how to, I think on one of the shows before I talked about, it's not how you always have to react to something. It's just a matter of like taking it in and evaluating the situation and then responding, and he's kind of taught me that, one of the biggest lessons. So go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, big bro, and then we'll go ahead and get into it.
All right, well, like you said, I am Gary, aka GC, but just a young entrepreneur on my way, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not young, kind of getting up there, but I done found my path, and I'm just letting the Lord, take me and use me, you know what I'm saying? And just out here working hard and just trying to be the best dad that I can be to my little one.
She's not so little anymore.
She's not almost a teenager, and it's blowing my mind every day that we're to that point.
She tried to get me to drive her the other day. Like, she wanted to drive me. She was like, you should just hop out the driver's seat. I said, that's not how this is going to work. No, I already don't have a front bumper on my car.
We're not there yet.
Oh my she's 12, but she thinks she's 16.
Yeah, right. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Yeah.
But just a young entrepreneur just coming up. I got a great opportunity to move to Oklahoma and, use some of my resources and some of my natural abilities out there. My good brother Coyote, he hit me up and was like, bro, I need you out here to help me with this construction company and some of the other projects that he has going on. And I said, why not? Took a leap of faith, and it's actually worked out in my betterment. It's been the greatest opportunity of my life, honestly.
My brother been putting in work, y'all.
Man,
every time I hit him up, it's like a 12, 15-hour shift.
Man, the work don't stop. When you're an entrepreneur and a true business owner, there's no such thing as a day off. There is no set time. There is no 9 to 5. You're working daily and constantly, all day, every day.
But it will be worth it.
Yes, it will.
It will be worth it.
It is. It is worth it.
To hear that, like what you just said about working and it paying off, taking that leap of faith.
Oh yeah.
Everybody has to take a leap of faith. If you just feel like you don't take a leap of faith, there's nothing to lose or gain.
Right.
What you really working
what you're
for.
doing it for. Yeah, exactly. But and that's one of the biggest things about becoming like a business owner and an entrepreneur. Is the biggest thing is just taking that leap of faith and just believing in yourself and knowing your worth and knowing that it's more out here than just the societal 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you can still work your 9 to 5 and also do your own thing on the side. I mean, you just got to see what really like fits for you. You know what I'm saying?
Time management.
And time management is definitely a big major key to it all.
I was gonna say, we'll definitely want to dive into more about your construction business and also you're a part owner of another entity. So we'll talk a little bit about that later.
Okay.
I want to highlight that. But let's go ahead and kind of do a positive affirmation for the week, and then also I'm over here jamming. Positive affirmation, and then just like a weekly reflection. I know earlier before the show was starting, we were talking about like when you're heading back to town, all that good stuff. Actually, I went to the airport in Oklahoma a couple weeks ago, and I seen some nice casinos. Just kept driving, but I seen them; they were real nice.
Yeah, I see them too, and just keep driving.
For real.
I can't play with the casinos.
Yeah, they gonna play. They gonna play you already.
Yeah.
Already. So let me see. Trayvon, you got a positive affirmation? I know I was thinking of a couple in the car earlier.
I was thinking it's okay to take risks. Off of what he said, just take risks. And you might fail, but if you succeed, it's gonna feel amazing.
At least you can say you
success
tried.
gonna feel better than failure.
Exactly. Definitely.
Definitely.
Of course, you're going to fail something once or twice or 1,000 times. But if you know and you believe in yourself and you believe in the art of like perfecting something, perfect practice makes perfect, not practice makes perfect. But if you have that mindset, I feel like you can accomplish anything if you're willing to fail at it. Okay.
Most definitely.
What you got? You got something?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. So my positive affirmation is geared around like your mindset and like those who have anxiety. Anxiety may make me feel uncomfortable, but I am in charge of my mind and my body, and I'm attracting positive energy into my mind and my body today as well. So any kind of negativity, any kind of sickness, all that stuff, I'm rebuking in the name of Jesus. Okay. So good people, make sure you have a positive affirmation for today, for this week. Say it out loud. It's really important to hear yourself care about yourself. Okay. Because oftentimes you might not hear from other people or in the way that you want. So it's your time to be creative and tell yourself how much you love yourself and how much you're taking pride in how much you care for yourself as well. I'm sorry about that, y'all. So what is it like, man? Life reflections, having a 12-year-old, starting your business when you started it. By the way, there's a gist of this. We'll get into it. Go ahead. It's a Sibling.
Can you say the question again? I'm sorry.
Question, how is it? Just life reflections. Like, what is it like day to day, or like just where you are in life? Like, how does it feel? Like,
and how old were you whenever you had your child?
Okay, I can answer that one first. I was 19. Yeah, I was 19.
She was born
when I was 19, but created when I was 18. Yeah. Started a little early. You know what I'm saying?
Glad she's here.
Yes, very, very much so. But reflections as far as like on my life and where I am today. Honestly, I've done a complete like 180 from where I was.
You know, a lot of people say I do a complete 360.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That's
just
not
stupid.
Yeah, that's
smart.
not it.
Good job, people.
Yeah.
I learned that like a couple years ago. I was like, no, I did a whole 360. Turn my life around.
I'm not doing no 360 going back to
where you started. No, dude, just turn it around.
But you know, I've had battles. I've taken a lot of L's. But to be where I am today is really amazing. You know, I know you know, but I dealt with a lot of mental health issues as far as major depression, you know, suicidal thoughts, all type of stuff. you know, and to be where I am today is like, you know, it's truly amazing, and I can only really thank God and my support team. You know what I'm saying? And just getting that hunger and that drive and having that purpose again. You know, I really lost that for for a long time.
I'd be wondering, like, how did you find it, that motivation to keep going, like, every single day, and like how do you keep it?
Really, my biggest motivator is my daughter. That's just off rip, because she has to have that positive male influence in her life, and that's what I've always wanted to be to her, because it's not, I mean, it's not something that I really had growing up, but I know I never wanted her to feel like, you know, I got a piss poor dad, you know what I'm saying? And so I've just tried my best to be that influence on her, and, you know, just show her that it is possible, whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Because me and her mom have that entrepreneurial spirit, you know what I'm saying? Her mom has her own bakery and everything, Urban Soul Bakery. Shout out to them. She's killing the game. She's hosting all type of game shows, as far as like with the she had the Whip It or Gnaw and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And just she's very creative mindset, and just, you know, that's something that we want to show that to our daughter, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, go to school, do this, but also it's a way that you can do this on your own, you know what I'm saying?
Look at my brother.
I've come a long way.
Yes,
but
sir.
I've had many battles just like anybody else, you know what I'm saying? But I let it take me down for a long time. I was stuck, but somehow I was able to, by the grace of God, just able to pull myself up out of there, you know what I'm saying? And it took a lot of work daily, and it still takes a lot of work daily. I still have to remember that I do suffer from addiction, that I do, you know what I'm saying? And just try to not put myself in those type of situations, you know what I'm saying, that will get me back into that rut, into that hole.
Even though you did just post about
standing on tables.
I was like, who stands on tables at clubs with water and apple juice? Like,
oh, it's Red Bull. Red Bull.
Yeah, you had too many. So I seen.
Yes, I had one too many Red Bulls. But at the same time, you have to know where you are in your recovery and what you can handle.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And most people would look at me and say, no, that's not right. You shouldn't be doing that. But I'm living my recovery the way.
How long have you?
I'm going to. It'll be 3 years in May.
Dang, that's my brother. So proud of you, bro.
I appreciate it. But, you know, thank you.
Yes.
But, you know, it's something that, you know, I have to feel comfortable enough to, and the people around me, they really support me and be like, no, you're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like with that, and then my mindset of not wanting to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to drink again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I can still have a good time even though I'm sober. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like having that high on life again and still being able to enjoy life. That was one of my biggest things. Mm-hmm. But as far as the reflecting, man, I've come a long way from where I was, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just very thankful and grateful for the people that I know who have put me in such opportunities and things like that.
I was going to say, well, so we have topics later on in the show that'll kind of elaborate or have both of us analyze like addiction and all that good stuff. So we'll talk about that. I really did want to highlight the name of this podcast today is really a Sibling Thang reunion. So y'all don't know, but we actually had a podcast of our own.
Y'all should have known.
Yeah. Some of y'all do. I still have some of the fan base that we had. So we did have a podcast that we hosted together, and we had our own engineer in the background. It wasn't like too major or anything, but it was just us coming together, us creating our own bond, and then also just being able to talk about certain life topics, issues, things that were going on in the world on a day-to-day basis. A way for us to just kind of reflect and also make some type of positive impact, maybe find a way to divert from anxiety or other mental health issues. So I know for me, it was a booster. It made me think, and then it was just something fun to come back to do at the end of the day when we did it. But yeah, kind of just talk to them, or we can both talk to them about what it was for us, Sibling Thang podcast, and then we'll kind of get into the real topic, which is what makes you family, like what justifies family, or what do you consider someone to be as family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first, with the Sibling Thing podcast, we were down in quarantine, you know what I'm saying? And really couldn't do too much. You know, yeah, we were going on bike rides, like things of that nature. But it just like, it wasn't enough for me. And it was just like, I felt like at a point to where in life where everybody was DIYing it, doing it yourself, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I had flirted with the idea of doing a podcast anyways with some of my friends. We were going to call it Garage Gang. You know what I'm saying? We were going to be playing domino, all type of stuff. But so I don't know, just one day during quarantine, I was just like, bro, I think like we should do this. You know what I'm saying? Do a podcast. And, you know, it was so much social injustice and everything going on at that time, too. And it was just like, I was tired of holding this stuff in, and I just wanted to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? And why not do it with my baby sister, you know what I'm saying? We've been around each other darn near our whole life. Your whole life, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we've always had a great bond and just been able to talk about pretty much everything. So it was just like a perfect scenario to me, you know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing that we did want to highlight too, is like there was the whole like viral thing of Thang 1, Thing 2 or something like that. So we kind of made it Sibling Thing and really highlighted the fact that we were 10 years apart, like two completely different generations, but still able to just have a conversation, kind of understand where we're coming from. We might not always agree on certain things, but just being able to have a platform in the conversation to see what we're thinking was really important and inviting for us, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I really enjoyed it too. You know what I'm saying? We had some great episodes. You know,
bloopers,
a lot of bloopers.
All that stuff.
it was fun though. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ever did pranks?
No, it wasn't that type.
It wasn't like it was just like a podcast.
We wasn't trying to go viral like that. And,
no jokes.
I mean,
he thought he was funny, so
I thought I was funny, but
man, you are funny.
Sometimes I have my moments. But it was all in all a good time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So, and it was also just another way for us to solidify our family and be able to, if we wanted to talk about family issues, we could talk about family issues because it's us and our family.
Our family.
So ultimately, like I said, the topic of today will be what considers you to be family. In the Black community specifically, I know over my life I've had just struggles with, you know, who can I trust and who can I call my family, who can I call my friend. And at the end of the day, when I look at who we are as a people, as far as Black and brown people, it doesn't take a lot for you to be family. Just because when you look at the purpose of family is to love one another. And when you look at love, you think of God. When you think of God, you think of faith. And for me, I feel like when you hold all of those things together and you see that it makes an impact for not just yourself but the people around you and then others, I feel like that was one of the main reasons why we made sure that we talked about it. One of the main reasons why y'all, my train of thought is going crazy. It's hot as hell up in here. Give me a second. So family though, so for example, like back in 8th grade, I remember or like any grade really, but for example, if I wasn't able to, or if my mom was working late, you know, there's plenty of parents I was like, oh yeah, I'll drop her off or she can come stay over here. Certain gestures and things kind of identify like we're family or within certain communities. And I feel like not everybody has that experience. Not everybody has a support system where it's like an unsaid thing that we're family, you know. And I feel like I was all like, my mom put me in situations where I felt like I could always trust somebody, or there was always someone around that I could trust. And then there's been times where I have actual family members and I'm like, we have nothing in common. I don't feel any type of security around you, and it's really, really awkward. Or we've had our battles and I really just can't trust you anymore. So let's kind of dive into it and what family means to us individually, and maybe like some scenarios where it's been like, nah, they ain't family, or we just got to cut them off, or a scenario where like, no, that's my family. Like we didn't even have to, that's blood wouldn't make us any closer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
Oh, you want me to go first? Or?
Anybody?
Trayvon.
Damn. For me, what makes people family is really like, if I can trust you, it takes a lot for me to trust it. Like for me to trust you. I can't sleep at anybody's crib. It's like I sleep with one eye open. Like they move wrong, I'm awake. Like if I hear bags rattling, I'm awake because it's like, what are you doing?
Like, why aren't you asleep?
Exactly.
Okay.
But it just depends on how comfortable I get around you, how I see you move, like when I'm with you, how you do other people. Because it's like, really how you do other people is really how you going to do me. But that's, if I do for you, like, if you do for me, I do for you. Like, if you got me and I know you got me, then I got you. Like, if it's tough times for me, and I tell you, I'll be like, hey, bro, like, damn, bro, let me borrow this real quick. And bro be like, don't even worry about it. I got you. I still pay bro back, but it's like, if he ever needs something, just know. If I got it, bro, I got you.
Yeah.
But that's what make people family for me. Like, being able to depend, count on, like, being there for
Two-way
me.
street.
You said what?
Two-way street.
To a strength?
Two-way street. It's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street. And I'm not, but I don't never try to put anyone in uncomfortable positions. I understand if you can't do it. That don't make us, like, not family because you can't do something for me. Yeah. But it's just like, if you look out for me, like, it's just, I'll look out for you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's one big thing too, is just like being able to look out for one another. Like once you see somebody in a situation and you take the initiative, like let me help them out or let me step out of my way, and it doesn't have to be a major step out of the way. It's just I'm stepping out of the way, you know, to kind of see if I can help somebody else. And then there's a bond where it's just like, okay, I might be able to trust you. And I think maybe that's where we get into. Family is trust. You know, when you can trust somebody, you can probably consider them family.
Yeah. I would say for me, I don't know. Well, I do know. My bad. This is a little tricky, but
it's because these guys got trust issues. So.
No, I wouldn't even say that. That's because it's a little different for me because I trust until you give me reason not to trust. You know what I'm saying? Like I go in with trust until that person shows me that. That no, I can't trust you because you move snakish, or you know what I'm saying. And so that's why I kind of go in with an open mind. You know what I'm saying, with anything that I do in life. But as far as like with family, sometimes we get to choose our families. You know what I'm saying. And for me, like we had a pretty cool, family as far as in the house family. You know what I'm saying. We got plenty of siblings. We had some pretty dope parents. Or have some pretty dope parents, and they tried their best to keep us, tight knit. You know what I'm saying? We always got each other back. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it was a little different because I had all sisters, so it was just like,
I could relate.
I'm sick of y'all.
You had an older brother?
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was already gone though. You know what I'm saying?
Like he was much older.
Much older. Wow, much older than you. He's not that much older than me, but. He was already, living his own life and all type of stuff by the time that, I was growing up. And so, I was outside a lot. And so, like, really my friends became my family. You know what I'm saying? I still have the same friends since 4th grade.
Yes, let's talk about that.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I have you know what I'm saying, like, a close-knit of, like, these are my brothers. Like, I go to bat for them and they go to bat for me. You know what I'm saying? And we've just always had that mentality since, high school or since the day that we met. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're my brother. And, if I got it, you got it. And that's just the mentality that we've always kept. And even to this day, you know what I'm saying? If my brother call me right now, say he needs something, I got him. Exactly. If I got it, you know what I'm saying? For sure. If I got it, we got it. And that's just a mentality that we had, you know what I'm saying? Because we were a really close group. It was just like, if you see one of us, you see all of us, I
feel like we don't have that nowadays. Like, a lot of people try and be like, oh, I got one best friend. Well, I don't know. Back in our time, people were like, I have 12 best friends. But then now I feel like people are trying to, I got one close friend. Mm-hmm. And then it's like when y'all argue or something, it's like, you ain't got no more friends. Yeah. Versus when you were growing up, you kind of had your collective. So maybe if one of y'all weren't cool, it'd be like just for the day, like, okay, go kick it with somebody else. And then kind of come back together, just like a brotherhood. I don't feel like not everybody has that today. So
it's different whenever you get older, because we all used to be at the same place. Like school, it was easier to gather because we were mandatory to be there.
Yeah. True. And then I got like 2 sets of like brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my military family, and that's like a whole different type of bond, and you know what I'm saying, brotherhood. That it's like we was all we got. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I got my military brothers, and then I got the brothers that I grew up with. And like I'm just very thankful that God put these people in my life, especially my brothers that I grew up with, because it's like, though we kind of veered off at times, you know what I'm saying, but we always come back together, and it was like, oh bro, like we just picked up where we left off, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we all got different lives of our own today, but we still got like, thank God for like technology, because we can still group FaceTime, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, because some people live in different states now, you know, but we still keep the group chat lit and always funny, and you know what I'm saying, like I'm always able to turn to my brothers for advice if I need anything, you know what I'm saying, or if I'm having just a shitty day, I can just hit up bro and just be like, bro, I just need some advice, bro, just help a brother out, you know what I'm saying. And I'm very thankful for that, because it was times where, you know what I'm saying, I didn't feel comfortable to like just talk to anybody about that in general, you know what I'm saying. But as you get older, you know,
y'all were a different kind of friend group. Like y'all are hardcore. Like y'all are not the emotional. They talk lots of
we just
noise.
but like we really just got into like that type of stuff, checking in on mental health and stuff like that.
Kids,
you know what I'm
saying? Type stuff, I feel like, or no, after that.
Well, after lot later. You know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't really start talking about it until I went to go seek help. You know what I'm saying? And you know, dial into what was really going on with me. You know, and they were the only people that I felt comfortable with being vulnerable with. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew they wouldn't make fun of me, judge me, or you know what I'm saying, put my business out there in the street.
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
What I'm saying? So
at that point, you could definitely trust them. I feel like.
And like these are, I mean, I trust these dudes with my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just very thankful.
That's the type of brotherhood you need.
Huh?
That's the type of brotherhood you need.
No, facts.
That's what I'm saying. Not everybody has it. Like I don't see it often. Like
no.
And for it to be, what is it? Maybe like 7 of y'all, 4 or 5 of y'all.
It's like 6 or 7, really 7, I think. Yeah. It's like 5.
It's just females.
No,
like we can't. Like it's just we butt heads too much for there to be. I mean, I've seen them. Yeah. I've seen the groups. You know, I've seen girls like of like 7 or 8 be able to hang out growing up, young women, young adults, all that good stuff. But we're so emotional. I feel like it's really hard to just be able to maintain something like that. Yeah. Especially when we have our own things going on. Mm-hmm. But it's possible.
Oh yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, anything's possible, truly. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to truly explain it, and how we've been able to maintain this, like, damn near 15, 20 years, you know what I'm saying, of friendship, you know what I'm saying? And that's really rare, especially amongst, like, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And just for the group to be the way that it is, you know what I'm saying, it's a really dope situation, and I'm just very thankful for it.
Gang, same here. Grateful to be able to witness it, be able to call some more young, beautiful black men my brothers, and confidants too. Let's go. So we kind of talked a lot about the friendships and friends becoming family. Let's talk about within our family. So us personally, we have like stepbrothers, stepsisters.
There's no such thing.
And there's no such thing. Really, when I found out, I was really sad. Not how we were raised.
Not how we were raised. There's no such. But I don't think we're half siblings. You know what I'm saying?
I cried when I found that out.
Yeah, we just have
the same mom and dad. I was like,
we have the same mother. We came out of the same vagina, so that's like we got the same Dana. You know what I'm saying? DNA. My bad. We have the same DNA, and you know, of course, she was devastated when she found out. But I was like, I already know it. You know, but it doesn't matter to me, because the way that you're our father, you know what I'm saying, who raised me like his own son. No, yeah, that too. Yeah. Whatever, bro. Chill. But, you know, he instilled into us at a very young age that there's no such thing as a step stuff. Mm-hmm. He never considered me his stepson. I was his son. You know what I'm saying? And that really, that ingrained in me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, yes, we're a blended family, but we're family at the end of the day. There's no, this is my brother, this is my sisters, you know what I'm saying? And that really stuck with me. And, you know, the way that he guided us into that family thing, that's just how I was raised, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's people where I hear them talk about like how they have different interactions with their families and stuff like that. And by no means are we perfect. Do we talk every single day? We definitely fight, disagree, all that stuff.
All the time.
But we don't doubt for a second that we're family, you know, and we don't doubt for a second that we'll show up for each other if it's needed. And that's despite any kind of thing that's going on. And that's really what I wanted to highlight today, is that family goes beyond just our personal issues and societal issues. It's about creating a bond, a family, people that you can trust to be there when times are hard, when times are easy. Shoot, you need somebody there to be like, woo, it's feeling good right now. Nothing's bad is gonna happen. And you just need somebody in your life that can acknowledge that too. And family is that thing. Family are those people.
Family is definitely like that backbone type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's always,
and it doesn't have to be blood.
Yeah, it doesn't. But in our case, as far as that, we are blood. You know what I'm saying? And we have a big family. A big family.
It's a lot of us.
Yeah,
it's a lot of us.
You know, it was cool growing up like that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause one of our sisters, you know, we like 9 months apart, and that's like my road dog. We did pretty much everything together. And then, you know, our older siblings, they was cool at times, but you know, it was just a cool little situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Situation on that.
Very, very.
I mean, we're not as close as like, you know, some of us would like, but at the same time, it's like anytime we come together, we come together. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's just a phone call away these days. You know what I'm saying? And with technology, we can FaceTime, all type of stuff. And my siblings know all they have to do is just hit me up. And that's nothing more needs to be said.
Another thing I want to talk about is like recently we have someone that, you know, we consider family, but Granny White just recently passed. Someone who was my godmother, raised me from when I was a weed beat a nothing,
right out of the womb.
And recently passed. And I know for me, like since I've gone or graduated from college, I made it a goal to be able to reach out to those people who helped raise me and who did things and cared for me when I was younger, and I might not have been able to realize it then, but I definitely realize it now or as time goes on. So kind of want to motivate you guys, like if there are family members or people in your life that you think about, make sure you reach out to them. A text is nothing but 10 seconds, even if it's a, hey, how you doing today? Or, man, I ain't talked to you in forever. Just that initial reaching out usually always makes a movement for people to be able to build that bond. So don't hesitate, good people. I know it can be hard.
Definitely reach out. For sure.
I'm
not the best at it, but I've made an attempt to, you know, with certain things that have happened in my life in the past year, I've kind of made a better attempt at, you know, checking on people and, you know, just tapping in. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I did realize once I did stop checking in on folks, you know what I'm saying? Like crickets, you know. Yeah,
the bond wasn't the same. It wasn't mutual.
Yeah. And so that's why I kind of like fell back from it. But when it comes to family, though, I'm gonna check in, tap in.
Speaking of family, friends, Jory, she commented.
What's up with it, Jory?
Appreciate the love. Good people.
I had a question for you.
What's up with it?
So whenever you look at the black community, how do you feel towards it, like about your black brothers? Like, normally, whenever I go out in public, I see black brothers. It's like they all have this intimidation factor with them. Like, I don't never see any of them smiling. And it's like, that's why I try to do more, especially whenever I'm with my homies. I tell them, it's like, bro, it's like, whenever we go in, like, say what's up to people. Like, wave. Like,
well, I would say for me, I just do the universal head nod, and I kind of leave it at that at some points. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how, for me, that's how you test the water. You know what I'm saying? If you get a head nod, everybody knows the universal head nod for a black man. You know what I'm saying? You get a nice little, you know, nod, and you get it back. Okay, we in this. You know what I'm saying? Now I can feel like I can feel like you're not trying to come for me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
And then we can come together and, you know what I'm saying, dap it up and be like, what's good? You know? But I've never been one to just, okay, maybe in my younger years, you know, when I was a little reckless, you know, in my younger youth. But as I've grown, you know what I'm saying, I don't condone like the enemies thing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got the time nor the energy for that, you know? I just want to see everybody make it, bro. That's my biggest thing, because our community is so strong and so we just been through so much, and it's like I don't I don't wish nothing but happiness among our community. That's all I want to see. I just want to see my young brothers and sisters just smile and, you know what I'm saying, enjoy this thing called life. Because we only get one to live, bro.
Honestly.
Just one to live. And so let's make the best of it. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen this quote earlier this week. It says, family is like a tree branch. We grow in different directions, yet our roots remain as one. Despite what directions we go in, good people, remember where you came from. Remember the people that helped you along the way.
Yeah.
The people that are supporting you. Family is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Know that history too, man.
Yeah, for real. I read another one. It said, family is a life jacket in the stormy sea of life.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling.
Facts. My mommy is my life jacket. Thanks, mommy.
But she also taught us how to swim.
She did.
I better catch on to the wave. A lot of people think black people can't swim. I'm saving my life. I don't know about y'all.
Yo, shout out to our mom, though. Love you, Kathy.
Shout out, Mom. Yeah, she was calling me earlier, by the way. Like, she doesn't know what time I record.
Right.
Anyways, okay, so we're going to kind of change topics real quick, last 15, 20 minutes of the show. And really want to talk about addiction, you know. Can you be addicted? Love you, Mom.
I don't like talking.
Can you be addicted to weed? Okay, now when we talk about addiction, a lot of people talk about, you know, cocaine and heroin and alcohol and all that stuff, but when you talk about weed, somewhere, somehow in the black community, it's just not a drug, like, at all. Like, you can't be addicted. It's like being just because it came from the ground, anything. Even if you ate 12 salads a day, at some point in time, it won't be healthy. You're over consuming yourself. I don't care if weed is given to you clinically, medicinally. I don't care if it's cured a few things in medical history. When you consume something, an addiction, when you consume anything.
Is drinking water an addiction?
It can be, but this would be one of the only things that can continually be beneficial for you.
What about marijuana? Like, it benefits you in multiple
ways.
Dude,
no, your mindset is altered.
You take it in doses, just like you drink water. Of course, if you just keep drinking water, you're going to drown. Of course, if you just keep smoking blunt after blunt, like something wrong going to happen. But you take it in dosage. You take a blunt.
Look what you just said, though. You said in dosage, right?
Yeah.
And for me, how I became to understand addiction was that I had to do everything in excess.
You said in what?
In excess, which means I had to go over the limit.
Jory said if you continue to drink water, your body will flood.
You will. You'll drown.
Exactly.
You'll drown.
That's why you drink water in doses.
But no, it's the thing that I've learned dealing with addiction and about life. I've learned that life is about moderation, and balance. You know what I'm saying? And moderation is the biggest thing, you know, and because I could not drink alcohol in moderation. I just couldn't, because my mindset was when I drank, I wanted to get fucked up, I want to black out, don't want to think or feel about anything that's going on in my life. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it tastes like too. It tastes like something you put on your boo-boos. Alcohol is disgusting. I don't know how y'all drink it, by the way.
It was pretty gross.
Go ahead.
But anyway, with marijuana, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? I do not indulge in it now. I tried to when I got out of the military. I don't know what y'all putting in this stuff these days, but it's very strong.
You sure you don't know?
It's potent. Strong. I'm positive I don't know. I mean, in 2015, that was the last time that I smoked the marijuana.
But with everything you have going on right now, you have no idea what's in.
Nope.
Boy, whatever. Nope. Okay.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. But anyways, though, like, yes, I feel like marijuana can be an addiction. It definitely can. It has that. Any mind-altering substance is able to be an addiction. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, like I said, though, you just moderation, and it depends on that person, honestly, bro. Like, you know, some people are able to function off of alcohol, and I just wasn't one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can do shit in moderation, and that's the biggest thing, is just moderation.
Yeah, man. It depends on what it is. But I agree. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like food. I mean, I don't know. At some point in time, I was just like, okay. Well, when I found out that it was a sin to overeat, like
In
stuff
excess,
yourself,
yes.
I was
Anything
just
in
like,
excess
wow,
is
I gotta
is
stop
a
even
sin.
when I'm full.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's a mindset once you get into it. If you haven't seen Euphoria, that'll explain everything to you. Zendaya, y'all, I'm putting you on. Go watch Euphoria, okay?
What?
Euphoria, it shows you the very
Oh, you talking about that show.
dynamic,
That show.
like
You seen it?
aspects of somebody going through a drug addiction and still just going through life.
Yeah.
And it really portrays a great perception of what that is. Not that I would recommend that for anybody, but yeah. Good people, call in if you want to give us some insight.
Call in.
817-717-5685. We would love to hear from you. If you're watching this on our Facebook Live, please comment, like, all that good stuff. I will drop this in a week or so. Make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel. And show us love, support on our Instagram, Twitter, and other social media accounts. And then I kind of wanted to, let me see.
That was a good one though, man.
What?
Because a lot of people like view weed as just not a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those things that like you can like be addicted to.
Yeah, and it's just so normalized because it's a social thing, just like drinking is a social thing. Though it's not legal everywhere, you get it in certain crowds and different environments. You can make anything happen. Yeah, it's legal in some places, And so when you make not excuses, but when you allow the opportunity to present itself, and you don't have the right amount of self-control, you will take advantage of that.
I just say with any type of substance that you do put in your body, I say just know the facts on it, know what you're putting into your body. You know what I'm saying? It's you got Google all type of things these days, so just be careful with what you're putting into your body. That's just with anything.
Definitely. I want to make sure that I touch up on everything. Any other tips, tools, and introspection to helping people overcome addiction? The 7 rules. That's all I remember.
7 rules. What's that?
I don't know.
Talking about 12 steps.
12 steps. Sorry.
12 steps. That's definitely on the whole spectrum of addiction. You got Alcoholics Anonymous. You got Narcotics Anonymous. I prefer Narcotics Anonymous, honestly, because they the whole spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Is just anything that's a mind-altering substance. You know what I'm saying? That's why I lean towards more the Narcotics Anonymous. But
our hairstylist says our hair looks good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
But as far as the first step is just identifying and realizing that you have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing.
If you're smoking 5 blunts a day, you have a problem.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
If
you have a full-time job or you're doing things productive with your day, and you're still able to consume 5 blunts. Not for those who stay up most of the times of the day. I'm talking about a person who wakes up at 6 a.m., goes to bed at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. I've been able to do it just because I'm me, and a lot of people can do the same thing. But a healthy individual consuming a substance that we're supposed to be, limiting.
Back to the question though.
What was the question?
I don't know.
Bro, how you just gonna stop my whole conversation? Like, what are you doing?
Because.
But what I'm saying is someone who has a healthy addiction, which is no such thing because an addiction isn't healthy, you shouldn't be smoking 5 blunts a day. Period point blank. Fight with me or fight with your mama.
How do you decide when it's an addiction? Like, how do you know?
Because it's consuming you. It's consuming you.
Yeah.
It's consuming your time.
It's consuming
before you go somewhere, you need to do it. Like, you're always thinking about it. Even like when you're in that mindset, you're like, when am I gonna get the next?
It controls your every move. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I know for me, like,
it might seem fun.
I wasn't the type to where like when I woke up like I had to have it, but it was just when I got it into my body, I was no good. to anyone or anything. You know what I'm saying? And then to the depression and everything on top of that, it was just a point to where like I could not do anything. You know what I'm saying? And I was glued to my room. I couldn't function, bro. I was just like, I don't want to deal with people, don't want to deal with life. Just give me a drink and I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? And that was a very rough, tough, part of my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's man, once you do identify though and see what's going on and what's going wrong and where you're going wrong, man, and when you come out of that other side of it, it's such a beautiful thing, bro. Like, I was talking to my daughter's mom the other day, and it's just like, just a walking testimony, you know what I'm saying, to go through the things that I went through and to make it on the other side, because not a lot of people make it on the other side of addiction, bro. And, I'm very thankful, but at the same time, I just take it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? If I go today, or, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what can happen throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? But my goal every day is to not pick up alcohol. You know what I'm saying? That's a successful day to me. You know what I'm saying? On top of all the other things that I have to accomplish throughout the day. But that's the number one. That is my number one goal for every day when I wake up. You know what I'm saying? I thank God and just do my best to not drink. Yeah, no matter what. Don't pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
Pick up that bottle.
Yeah.
It's when you no longer enjoy the effect, some of our comments that we're getting. And then, you've had experiences with people where, you're hanging out with somebody and they're like, man, I need a blunt, I need a drink. But every hour, it's like, okay, maybe the first time, so pregame, maybe even tee up a little bit, but you ask for one every hour, we hanging out for 6 hours. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, good people. I'm grateful that you're able to be here and kind of talk about this. And give insight to people and
definitely
be open
appreciate
and
you
honest.
having me.
Of course.
Oh, I definitely want to give you a shout out though. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you're doing and how you're doing it. I'm so very proud of you, kid. You know what I'm saying? And just for you taking the reins on, what we started and kept it going, bro. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I love you to death.
And I wasn't able to, but this guy is actually the one who got us, if you couldn't tell, he got us started into the podcasting thing. So all props go up to him.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro.
And he's really a huge mindset kind of person and really methodical. So just got to take the time to listen and acknowledge.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you. All of our people, they love us. They love you.
Hey.
Y'all, like I said, show us some love, some support. I did want to go out with the artist comparisons since my brother is not a musical artist or anything. But, okay, so you got...
I love music, though.
Yeah, I know. And these are your guys. These are some old people, so y'all better be ready for it.
That was rude.
I don't even know how to pronounce it, but the dude who did Ice Cream Paint Job?
DeRone.
Versus Young Nation.
Ooh.
Rock.
I'm gonna have to
Rock.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, you know me, I come from that Dougie era where we was making all the videos and boogie through the dope.
She said she tried it.
Jory used to boogie through the
dope.
Yeah, we used to kill it. Our videos are still out there on YouTube if you want to check us out. Young Nation for sure. Young Nation definitely over the road, over Ice Cream. Yeah, that rock. That's when we were South Dallas swagging and all of that stuff. So I would definitely have to say,
what about
Young Nation?
Charlie Boy versus who made I Look Good? Oh, was that Charlie Boy?
That's Charlie Boy.
Oh yeah, okay. Charlie Boy to DeRone.
Charlie Boy is a legend. Yeah.
I didn't get turned on to him.
Charlie Boy.
I was in college.
Bro, y'all are young. I forget.
That's why I asked
Charlie Boy is a legend. When it comes to that melody and that soulful, you know what I'm saying? Charlie Boy gonna get you on through there. But what song are we comparing them
to? Which ones did I have? I said
I Look Good.
I Look What? And then Charlie Boy Crush. Crush?
I hate Buck.
Dope podcast is getting
I hate you, Buck. I hate you, Buck.
Yeah, ugly. Thank you. Big bro.
That's one of the brothers that we was talking about earlier. I hate them so much.
It be your own family.
Your own people.
It be your own people, y'all.
But Charlie Boy though. Charlie Boy for sure.
Charlie Boy. All right, that's the answer, good people. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Yeah. We got Young Nation. We got Charlie Boy. We got DeRone.
DeRone music.
DeRone.
Straight out of Dallas, Texas.
All right, good people. It's been real. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We love you. We'll be back next week. Check us out on all social media platforms.
Can I come back again?
Yeah.
I think I might have a guest with me next time.
Okay. Who?
Big bro.
Okay, gang. Oh yeah, of course. Peace out, y'all. And then I do want to either